All right, guys, welcome back to the ALGS channel. Hope you guys are all doing well and having a great day so far. If you guys were not aware, we are going into Challenger Circuit finals today, and there are a lot of really good teams ready to battle it out into the finals. And if you missed the games yesterday, well, you missed out on some crazy storylines and how all of these teams in the finals actually got there, and unfortunately some upsets along the way as well. Also want to make mention of some conversations going around the block about how ALGS may need to start infiltrating its way into the rank play mode, and all things ALGS right here on the channel. If you guys want to stay up to date, of course, like the video, subscribe to the channel. As we're approaching LAN, obviously you're going to want to make sure you do that, because we're going to keep you up to date on all the action. And let's dive into it. First thing wanted to make mention of, it's been a conversation going over on Reddit, and honestly I felt like I've expressed this opinion as well. People have been asking what's the favorite team to watch in international scrims, and honestly there is something about the way that the EMEA region plays the game that I really like and respect. Honestly, as someone who's from North America, I get it. We've got like probably some of the better slayers in the world, better IGLs in the world, whatever, but I really just like the way that the EMEA region plays the game, and I really hate the way that North America seems to play the game sometimes. But all in all, honestly, probably my favorite team to watch has got to be like Fnatic or something. Like Fnatic is just such a talented roster, and honestly probably one of my favorite mouse and keyboard regions as well, because I think they're like the second biggest region for controller players, but I do feel like their MNK players are probably the best MNK players in the entire world as well. So a lot of people have been asking this, and it's even noteworthy to take a look here at the stats. According to Zero, in the last couple of days of their scrims, it has been APAC North and North America doing very well, and honestly even a couple of MEA squads also inside of this consistency lineup here for the top 20s. That was APAC South, though, on the other hand, not doing so good. Also, you had Imperial Howl basically responded to this saying, you know, what about the average land placements over the last 5 lands, though? It's been a bit different. But anyways, regardless, just wanted to make mention that I do think that a lot of people are looking at this. You can see top comment APAC North, MNK, PK, Supreme Overlord, Yuka F. Northeption up there as well. It seems like, honestly, most of the top comments are non-North American teams, and obviously I guess it makes sense. People are really respective of these other regions and how they play the game, and hopefully they can correlate that into some wins as well. But now let's jump into the Challenger Circuit drama news. Upset alert. We do have some upset alerts, by the way. There was a massive close call with the tripods, and it's crazy because you're about to figure out how well they did in the semifinals, but tripods barely made it. 31 points in 10th place. Literally, if they would have got 2 less points, then obviously they would have been in a tie here for 11th. I think they still would have got the tiebreaker due to the better placement. But anyways, they were very close and obviously on the brink of not qualifying for semis. And I thought that was a little unfortunate because they turned it around to do really good. But nonetheless, some teams that you know and love in a lot of these quarterfinal games, it was very tough one. And there's been a lot of backlash as far as how many games were played in some of these. And of course, they did make some rule changes as well, which I know a lot of people were excited about. But obviously here were all the guys that unfortunately we parted ways with in some of these rounds as well. But tripods making the close call, and then obviously you had some other groups involved. Then we move into semifinals, and this was group 1 for semis. You had a lot of teams that you know, you love, and you expected to do pretty good. You have Trev Stacks and his squad. You've got Albralelie cooking really nice inside of their group standings as well. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised at how well Retzi and Mac have been doing inside of their games, and Mac has been doing really good, bro. 20 kills inside of this was absolutely insane. Honestly, just so many teams that you guys know. I love Apex Esports for this reason. It seems that like these guys are actually consistent in their craft. It's not really too many upsets going on. Din Pride obviously back in here, Profit back up in here. Then you've got a Panic, actually was another one with Rambro. Obviously Panic went through all those accusations, and then he got his chance in the Pro League, but then like as soon as it started, he got the accusations coming out. Then he got canceled, or he couldn't even play anymore. Nobody would take a chance on him. And even then you still have people now that still actually doubt his validity, but he hasn't been banned yet, and obviously nothing ever came about that. Respawn, I'm sure, did an investigation on his account, but like I said, nothing ever came out of that. And Panic is still playing today, and he did qualify for finals once again. Then you've also got Messiah, Mamba, Capra inside of this, doing very well inside of their group. Also Eternal, Viz with Crow, and Thalys, also just really nice consistency inside of these games, and I'm really happy to see it. Dom2 Cracked and his squad involved as well. So really nice stuff. But unfortunately, you did see some upsets, right? Z Davis, James Fearless, and Golden did get eliminated. Spire Academy was eliminated. The boys were eliminated, which if you guys saw yesterday's drama, obviously some people were pretty excited about this. And then Red 40 were eliminated with not Daniel, obviously former Pro League player as well. And then on the flip side, you have Group 2. Tripods really popped off with a first place victory here. It was nice to see. I'm really excited for these guys, man. And honestly, their coach Voltic, I'm really excited for him as well. So hoping that the Tripods do really good in the finals today. But once again, a lot of names that you guys know and love. LC, obviously, I was really excited to see Vaxlon back because I think this roster has some of the most potential to win the finals today. Vaxlon, I really trust this guy, honestly, more than almost any other guy right now inside of this challenger circuit. But nonetheless, there you go. And these are the final 10 teams to make it in. 1337, which was Mav FPS and Cutie Swept, if you guys know them. Then you also have Casual Gaming with Dig Vibes. I know a lot of people are going to be excited to see him play. Vosky with Zeto and Awakening. That was a good one to see. So then we move into our finals, right? Here are all the rosters that we have playing in this. We've got CCE, we've got the Stallions. I'm really excited to see how Mac does in this. Obviously, a lot of pressure and people looking at him to be a former Pro League player, multi-Pro League player. Can he actually make it happen? Redsy has been popping off as of late. So really nice to see that roster do so consistently well also. But no name, Puckia Bud, ICBM, Rebirth. Then you've got Eternal, and then you've got Big Smashers, Womp Womp, Cactus, Coolin, Tripods, Purple Slushy, Brown, LC, Hanging Around, HAI, Doom, Casual Gaming, Funny Man, and 1337. Honestly, if I had to make a pick right now for who's going to win the finals today, I really want the Tripods to win. I'm not going to predict them to win. I'm going to say LC with Vaxlon and co. I think those guys are definitely more than talented to win this. But if they don't win it, I'll say they definitely get a top 3. But that's just my prediction. I do think that LC is going to win this one. If I had to give a backup bet just in case, I do think the Stallions, CCE. CCE has just got so much experience. Those guys are definitely due for a win by now. Stallions should be in the top 5, I'm predicting as well. But so many good teams. It's really hard to know where they're all going to place. Honestly, if I look at every one of them, I would think they'd place in the top 5. But interested to see what your predictions are down below. If I had to give it right now, I would say LC in first, maybe CCE in the top 3 as well. And then I would give the Tripods a top 3 also. Rebirth in my 4th place, maybe 5th place to I don't know at this point, but there's my top 4. Let me know what you guys think. Also, lastly, just so we wrap the video up, we've had a lot more conversation talking about ALGS and their scoring system and whether or not it needs to come into ranked. Oddly enough, I had just made a short on the channel, I think today or yesterday, and then I made one on TikTok as well about how I think that ranked needs a little bit more influence from the ALGS. I get it. Maybe it doesn't need to be exactly the same, but how many other games out there that are successful? Call of Duty is honestly my prime example that have a rank system that actually correlates with the pro scene. They use the same maps that the pros use, the same rule set that the pros use, and it just makes so much more sense to actually have it influence. Like, why are we doing ranked if we're not trying to actually replicate what comp is really like inside the game? It just, to me, it doesn't make sense the way we have it now. I do think it's going in a better direction overall, but I would like to see a more ALGS style rank system where we do have those ALGS maps and we do maybe have some rule changes. I would like to see a rule set come into Apex where they could actually restrict certain things. Like, I don't think the charge rifle needs to be in the game, especially for comp. They should make that weapon just not spawn on the map whenever you're playing ALGS or whenever you're playing ranked. Maybe some other things as well. Digital threat. Interested to see what you guys have to say down in the comment section below, though. Let me know what you guys are thinking about all the topics in today's video and who do you have winning the finals today. Interested to see how this all plays out, and we'll be watching obviously the watch party, I'm sure, over on Nice Week's channel. So until the next time, we'll see you all later, Gators.